What's up YouTube, it's Louis here. I hope you're all well. Today we'll be looking at Hbar, and wow, what a day for crypto. Of course Bitcoin led the run and we're seeing the rest follow it. Now I'm not saying 100% confirmation this is the bottom. We need to form some higher lows to prove that, and of course a high after that. But Hbar is looking good, isn't it? What we can say is that our golden pocket has held. Let's get rid of this stupid trend line here, just to show you that the trend basically changed. You were going bullish and then you went flip bearish in the short term, put in a lower low lower than this, and then you put in a lower high, sorry, and with that you should now go and put a lower low, and you didn't. And this is very good first steps, and that's why I say first steps, because of course you can get rejected here, put in another lower high and then put that lower low, and that's what could happen, of course. But for me, and I've always said this on this channel, as long as we're above this golden pocket, I've been saying this now, you probably think I'm crazy. I've been saying this since the 14th of December, almost every day. As long as we're above this golden pocket, we're going to the 1618 at 36 cents. And I'm going to keep literally saying that to you guys because it's correct, you know what I mean? As long as we're, well, technically you validate the 1618 when you get above it, which we did here, but then also over here, then you fell below it for that moment, invalidating it, because there's that risk of then going lower because you've actually used the fibs as you should. You've come down, so this is the swing high to the swing low. You've come up correcting, because this is your impulse down. You've come up correcting to the 618 before getting rejected and continuing, putting in that lower low, continuing your trend. But that was the risk was here, and that's why for that moment when you lost this support, you would say that for the moment this is invalidated, unless you can get back above it and confirm it's support, which you did with that small wick over there. I don't know if you can see that, but when you lost it, there was that risk of continuation to lose this low. As long as you don't lose the zero, so even if you get a fake out, and as long as you don't lose this zero, chances are you'll find support, whether that's on the 382 or the 236 or even on the zero. As long as you don't lose that low, chances are you can and should get back above the 618. Once you do that, that's when you validate the 1618 again. So when you broke back above this 618 over here, you basically validated that target. Now what happened is we ran into the 1414, and from here Bitcoin decided to start tanking. Now of course that drags the market with it, but until you lose this golden pocket down here, you're basically in a technical target still to the 1618, and you come down to find support on that previous high over here. Now of course in the short term you had a nice bounce, and then you created some sort of M pattern over here, double top, and you lost the neckline, validating the pattern, but you never met its technical target. I can show you guys what the technical target out of that is. So it's from the highest body to the neckline, which is right there, and your target is down here roughly at 23 cents, and you can see that our target has not been met. And the reason for that is we're potentially forming this double bottom here, something we've been saying on the channel for a long while now, because we knew Bitcoin was doing so. We just thought if Bitcoin were going to continue to roll over, you probably were going to lose this low. But with a double bottom, you can have, there's 3 different double bottoms with an equal low like this, with a lower low. So say this is your support, you bounce, you've lost support and you got back above, that's another double bottom, and then a double bottom like this with a much higher low, just like that. There's 3, and this one over here is the equal one. But we were saying down here, if Bitcoin were to roll over more, then this will probably put in that lower low double bottom. That's what we were anticipating, but you didn't get that at all. Bitcoin actually pumped even when everyone thought it was going to continue down, because it was showing signs of like EMAs getting rejected, but it managed to print higher lows, and with that then you engulf that higher low with a bullish engulfing candlestick pattern. So make sure to check out that Bitcoin update. And yeah, so that's why we're seeing the others continue up now. Of course I wouldn't FOMO in right now because the pump is done. You don't want to buy the top of this small pump. Of course there's that chance this is a lower high and we do continue down. But yeah, as long as we're above this golden pocket, we know we have a target at the 1618, and this is a beautiful bottoming out structure for the moment, as long as we can continue. You can see over here we're doing everything that we need to. You came to the 55. I don't like breaking it on the first attempt. Come back down for support, came up, come back down for support again. You can see, what did I just draw out there? 1, 2, a double bottom on the 200 on the 20 EMA. Confirm that support, bullish engulfing. That means our target at the moment is the 200 EMA. We should be running into that 200 ever since getting above the 20. Now we should see some sort of bullish cross. Sorry, bullish cross. We don't want no bearish cross like that. You dump. Bullish cross, you pump. As long as that holds the bullish cross, basically come back for support on it and hold, and you can see that would be a very large double bottom, something that we're seeing across all the cryptos. An amazing bottoming out and reversal structure, basically a reversal chart pattern. Now let's take a look at the closer moves. We've always had this Fibonacci measuring from the swing low to the swing high, and the reason we had this, I just removed it before I started recording. The reason we had this is because you come up impulsively, and when you start coming down, you're trying to find where you're going to bounce from. Now the most retraceable zone is the golden pocket here, the 050 to the 0618. Just like we say, once we're above it, we're going to there. If you were to lose it, which you did, and respect its resistance, you should come to the 1 minimal, and then obviously to that 1618. But you couldn't even do that, guys. You couldn't even do that. Yes, you created that reversal wave, which basically meant we should go to the 1, but from the 786, something here was stopping us going to the 1, because once you lost the 786, you should have gone to the 1. And this is why we need to use multiple Fibonacci's, not just one solely, because if you were just using this, there's no reason for why price bounced back up from here. The reason price bounced back up from here is because we're using the fibs from a different location, and that different location level, the Fibonacci's level, was the 050, and that's why it stepped in here. The bull stepped in here using this swing high to that swing low down there. That gave us this fib as long as we're above this golden pocket. Because we created that reversal wave and we're above it still, we're going to that 1618. Just as equally as you lose this golden pocket, hold it as resistance, you should continue to the 1618. But you couldn't do that because this 050 stepped in, and you now obviously validated this double bottom, meeting its technical target. Let's do that for you now. I thought I did this in yesterday's update, but sorry if I didn't. I probably did on the other cryptos because all of them were doing it. So yeah, technical target for that has now been met. That's beautiful to see. Maybe we do roll over to these EMAs. We need to see them hold. As long as we're closing above this 26.7 mark, we're good for continuation to the upside. And we've been doing that for multiple 4-hour periods. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is the 5th. 5 times 4, 20 hours. So it's all good for continuation for me personally at the moment, because you did get above those EMAs. Now, one thing we do need to realize is once we do come to our target, the 200, is something like this going to happen again, where we had a double bottom, come to the 200, and then get rejected, holding those EMAs as resistance. And that basically meant we should put in a lower low, but you couldn't, guys. You can say you did with the bodies here, but the 050 stepped up and you're sort of in that range of support. So you basically not really a lower low, at least not a break of support with conviction, basically. Very unconvincing break over here. And so that's why we're forming some sort of double bottom, and we're now heading up. We do want to see this resistance hold. This is the resistance where I actually told you guys we might get rejected, because when you start retracing back up, you're retracing to each high point, and that's what stepped in, and that's the reason why we had this 29.7 cents marked out, because it's a high that we came to retrace to, and then obviously from here we would have liked to obviously hold the 0618 down here for continuation to break that, and you can see that would be some sort of double bottom, but the higher low double bottom. But in this case, we've got the equal double bottom now. Why? Because you actually came up impulsively but retraced almost 100% of the move, almost 100%, probably like in the late 80s or even 90s. But we can't see that because obviously it's in between that. But yeah, started heading back up. Now we're above the 618. We've basically invalidated this. This whole move here is now a fake out. So it means that I was down here. Sorry about the drawing. I was down here, but I didn't like being down here. So this here, we put our thumb over this on the screen. I can't show you that because I'm screen recording, but I would put my thumb over this whole area I've just circled or squared, and then I'd say just pretend that never happened, and you can see that basically this held as support. So if that's holding support and you've come up impulsively correcting down to your 618 before continuation, then that means that it's looking likely that we are going to continue up. Now, of course, we need to watch out for this 200 EMA rejection to put in a lower low. That's what basically it would signal. But for me, I don't think you'd break the 200 EMA on the first attempt anyway. I think what would happen is you come to it or feel it. You might not even get to it. You might feel it beforehand. and you come back for support on the EMAs, the lower EMAs, the 20 and the 55 for continuation. Once you break this neckline, and you can see that larger double bottom is forming. Now we know we would be going to the 36 cent mark, but just for the short term, if we break above 29.7 cent, we would have a technical target sitting at roughly 34.8.9 cents. Now if this is the bottom, we can get even more fibs, and this is why it's so vital. I know it's messy, but we need to be using fib after fib after fib on top of fib on top of fib. Tongue twister, Jesus. But swing high to swing low. Dip is potentially done. Obviously, that's all on Bitcoin, so make sure to check out today's Bitcoin update. And at the end of this video, I'm going to go through some opportunities if you guys are interested in taking your trading to the next level. Now, swing high, 34.4 cent to swing low, 24.9 cent, 25 cent. Once we get above the 618 over here, which is in and around that neckline, you can see once we break that neckline, we have a target further. But once you're above this 618 over here, and this is a level we want to watch out for, 30.3 cent, we will go to the 1 minimal. That's our swing high over here. And then beyond to 41.88 cents, something that we've actually been looking at on the channel as well for a long while. We were always getting ready. Let me get rid of that now. So the target's 41. So going back to this, we were always getting ready that once we got above this 1618 target, we will be looking at these technical targets up here, the 2.272 and the 2414 being 44 and 46 cent. Now that other 1618 is 41 cent. But the reason why I believe we will be going to these targets up here is because once you do reverse, you're basically retracing to each high point. So that would be this, that would be this, that would be this of over here, and that would be lining up with the two targets up here. And you can see now on a very higher time frame, let's go to the daily, on the daily time frame, a very accurate time frame with this double bottom we're forming at the golden pocket. You can see that that's actually like a second leg of a larger double bottom, the higher low double bottom. So that's pretty much it for today. If you guys are interested in taking your trading to the next step, I offer 3 things. First of all, the easiest one for you guys is, without doing anything, is the crypto group chat. In this crypto group chat on Discord, I basically post what trades I'm taking, my personal holdings and the percentages in each holding, when I buy, when I sell, and when I take trades. Everything I do personally is in that chat. So if, of course, I can't tell you what to do, it's not financial advice, but if you're following, let's say theoretically, if you're following along to what I'm doing, you'll be getting the same gains as what I am technically. Now the second offer is the crypto and forex course, basically going from zero knowledge. So you can have zero knowledge whatsoever, or it can be advanced already, and it'll take you into a self-sufficient trader where you won't even need anyone's help. You won't even need to watch my videos, because what I'm teaching you is exactly how I trade and everything I've picked up over these last 3 years of trading. Now all of this has cost me over £10,000, whether that's mistakes, good courses, bad courses, or just scams. It's cost me over £10,000 to get all this information over these past 3 years. So if you're interested in that, you also get a 1 hour one-on-one mentorship call with me on Discord, like a video call, to get any questions answered once you have completed that course. Not only do you get the one-on-one mentorship, but you also get the Discord crypto chat for free for the remainder of this bull run. Now if that's not enough, I also do mentorship one-on-one, where I actually sit with you until you get the cryptos. We would have a time limit though, but basically I would be helping you one-on-one become a self-sufficient trader, like every single day, almost every day, doing one-on-one video calls with you for about a month or 2 months max. But if you're interested in any of those offers, follow my Twitter, Louis_crypto, at me, and I'll private message you over there. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and as always, peace.